I'm joined by the head coach of the Barrie Colts, Marty Williamson, and Colts defenseman Alex Pietrangelo. And Marty, maybe we'll just start with you. If you could maybe give us your thoughts on tonight's game, what you took away from it, and what you guys do to prepare for game number 2.
Well, we took away a loss, so I mean that's about the bottom line. We'll be ready for game 2. We had good parts in the game, but we just struggled with 60 minutes tonight, I thought, and a penalty in overtime, and obviously the puck was on the right stick for their guy, and just again, it's one of those games I just thought we wanted, especially in the second period. I thought we played an okay third, and they got a break off a shin pad, and and then we sagged a little bit, and Kandari got a nice goal. But other than that, there was good parts of our game. I mean, it's two good hockey teams out there, and we just need to improve a little bit, especially in that second period.
And Alex, for you, tonight you played in front of a jam-packed, loud, boisterous crowd here at the Barrie Molson Center. Maybe tell us what it means to come back right away and have a second home game in a row here in front of what we presume will be another loud, boisterous crowd.
Yeah, I think it's huge for us. I mean, we worked all season to get home ice advantage, for this exact reason, and for this circumstance right here. Fans are good tonight. Wish we would be able to, maybe put on a little bit of better performance there and get the win. But like I said, this is what we worked all year for, to get this situation right here. And like Marty said, good parts of that game, some parts we wish we could take back, but certainly we're ready to go next game.
Okay. I'd like to open it up to questions from members of the media.
Marty, I wonder if you could just talk about how tough it is to kind of shut down a player like Taylor Hall. Like, he kept him off the score sheet for 60 minutes, but in the end he got the big one.
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job 5-on-5. I thought our defense played real well against him, and again, it's it's tough to defend him on the power play, that he's going to get a shot off like that, and you give Taylor Hall shots like that, and sometimes they're going to go in, and you got to tip your hat to him. He's an elite player, and he made an elite play there.
Marty, it seemed like a feeling out process for quite a while, especially early. You guys get the quick lead, and then they answer right back. Like you said, you sort of struggled to get it going in the second. The third, you kept them to the outside, just like you said, maybe a bit of a bounce, and Kandari made you pay. Was it a little too passive, though, from your guys? Not enough forecheck in playing in their zone?
Well, in the second period, but not in the third. I mean, the shots, I think, were 12-10, and, we thought we were doing a good job keeping them to the outside. And, if you push too much, then you're going to give up something. And, I thought we were, again, we played a pretty bad second period, and we actually came out with a 1-0 lead, which is, ironic. But, that's when it's a tight game like that, those are the bounces. And again, Kandari made a nice play, but he got a good bounce off a shin pad there. And, again, I just think that, if we get more consistency to our game, it'll give us more opportunity to score.
Marty, the Spitfires just came off a very emotional series with Kitchener, and obviously they have a lot of experience behind them. The Rangers were talking about how they became playoff tough. Do you feel your team has been pushed enough in the first couple of rounds to get here, and are they playoff tough right now?
Well, we've played good teams. Everybody wants to knock the Eastern Conference, and in that Brampton was one of the best defensive teams around, and we haven't played an explosive offensive team, but we've played two of the best defensive teams in the league with Mississauga and Brampton. So we're battle ready. We've got experience on this team, and that was a battle out there tonight. And it's not like they came in and blow us out.
All right, Marty. With Alex and Nick Crawford on the blue line, being paired together, what do they bring to the team during this playoff run?
Well, again, I think they're two of the best defensemen in the league, and they bring a lot to us. They're both on our power plays, our penalty kill, and we wouldn't be here without guys like that.
Alex, how do you plan to respond to the explosive offensive attack that we were talking about in Windsor? How do you plan to react to the next part of it, or to game 2 anyways?
Well, I think both teams have pretty explosive offenses. I mean, we know they got guys like Halsey and those guys, and certainly the defense are very offensive. But, I think both teams match up pretty well in that department. I think everybody can, say the same thing, that we didn't really get too much offense going tonight. We didn't get as many shots as we wish we could have. And, we can score goals too. I mean, it works both ways. It just so happened that, a couple of bounces went their way. Certainly strong defensive game, at times for us in our zone. Like Marty said, we did a great job shutting down Halsey and those type of players. So, I think the biggest thing for us is, getting our offense going and playing and spending more time in their zone.
Marty, every game in a playoff series is obviously important, but is there a little more desperation with the next game at home here?
Well, I think so, but again, it's one of the most redundant terms in playoff hockey. That'd be a big one, and the next one would be big, and we sure don't want to get swept in our building. So we need to answer back, and that's obviously Plan A right now, is to get prepared for the next one, and make sure that we come out of here with a split and try and go back to their building with and get a split there or sweep in their building.
Alex, you and Della have played with a lot of the Spitfire guys at the World Juniors. How can you use that to your advantage?
Well, I mean, it works, like I said, it works both ways. They know our tendencies as we know theirs. Certainly they got some pretty good players over there, as do we. And I think, experience goes a long way for, me and Deli in our room. Certainly, guys like Cammy have been to the finals, but, not so much other guys. I think it's a big thing for us to kind of step up here and, use our experiences as, being leaders. And, like I said, it's we know their tendency, they know ours. It's certainly we try and expose them, but, they're probably going to do the same thing, say the same thing to their teammates. So certainly makes it interesting.
A lot of people expect high-scoring games with these two teams because of the offense. It seemed like you guys played a really good defensive game. Were you surprised how patient they were equally? Was that sort of your game plan, and thought maybe you could create a few more odd-man rushes the other way if they forced it? But it seemed like both teams sort of waited each other out.
Well, it seems to be the tendency that everybody looks at offense, and there's 8, 9, 10 of the best defensemen in the league out there. So it's I expected more of a low-scoring game. I really did. I thought it's going to be tough to score out there. There's no time and space, with these defensemen on both teams. So I'm not shocked a little bit. I mean, both goalies would probably like to have one of those goals back in the first period. So you're talking about a 3-2 hockey game really, and I think that's what you're going to continue to see. Unless one has a real hot night and one has an off night. If both teams are on their games, neither one of us, Bob doesn't want to give up scoring chances, and neither do we.